Good morning, everyone. The weekend has already passed. Most news that we hear is more devastating than ever. And we know that not everyone is religious or pray to God. And some people don't believe in heaven and praying. But at this time, we all have to believe that they're in a place like heaven, a better place, and hope that they are safe and sound now. And we pray and we dream a world without ignorance, selfishness, and vanity. Also, let us sacrifice our own mistakes, not our children to suffer instead. And we ask our children to come home safely, even just one. And we know there is mercy and hope. The first song for our show is Charisse with Note to God. That was Charisse singing Note to God. And right now you guys are tuned into What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how to get in contact with us? Pretty simple. Send us a text message sharp at pound 1013, but you will be charged 51. You can hit us up on Kakao Talk, but you have to add TBS EFM as a plus friend to do that. Also, Twitter at TBS What's Poppin'. If you have any messages or requests, please send us a tweet. We're live today as well, so you can call the studio at 02-778-1013. And also, if you want to send us an email, or at this time, any words of or messages of hope and love would be very appreciated. You can send an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com. And also, if you're curious about our playlist from our past shows, you can check out our playlist on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. But for now, word from our sponsors, which are Simmons Korea, Donghua Pharmaceutical, LGU Plus, and Hwanin Farm. Welcome back to What's Poppin' with Brian Ju, and now it's time for today's pick. And the words for today's pick is volunteering. Now, volunteering culture is not a very popular culture here in Korea as it is in other cultures. But however, when there's a huge oil leak a few years ago, many citizens came to the Taean to help clean the oil. Now, the town was very thankful for all the people who came to help, and they felt that all the volunteers were helping as Taean was their own town, which made them feel happy inside. And the same thing is happening right now. Many citizens are volunteering to help the victims' families of the recent tragedy. Now, the victims' families have been waiting more than 5 days at the bay for the children to come back home safely. Now, most of the parents and family members rushed down to Jindo after they heard the news, and they didn't have the time to pack their daily necessities like toothpaste, towels, hot packs, raincoats, underwear, and so forth. And people are donating goods to help the families. Also, the students of the Ansan area and the neighbors are coming down to the funeral places to help victims' families at the funeral by greeting the guests, setting up the food, and cleaning up as well. Now, many people would like to donate to help their communities, but it's never easy to take a chunk of money to donate to make differences. So, volunteering is a great way to help communities, and we don't have to be rich or have lots of time to volunteer. But there are a few things you have to keep in mind when you go out to volunteer. Number one, choose wisely, research, and do your homework. I mean, there may be a specific aspect of animal welfare that is very important to you. Number two, consider your skills. Ask yourself what you're good at and what you have to offer. Number three, don't overcommit. As eager as you are to make a difference, you don't want to volunteer projects to rule your schedule. Make sure you balance your time carefully. And lastly, be yourself. Bring your heart, your sense of humor, and your enthusiasm to the volunteering services that you're actually volunteering for. And never be afraid to ask about things that you're not sure of to understand better what's going on. So here's a song dedicated to all the volunteers right now in Korea. This is Sarah McLachlan with Angel. That was Angel by Sarah McLachlan. Now, Sarah McLachlan is best known for her hits, Adia and Angel from her fifth album, Surfacing. That was released in 1997, and both songs peaked at the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100. Now, this song is also a soundtrack of the movie called City of Angels, and this film is about an angel who appears to the deceased, and he guides them to the afterlife. In this movie, of course, that's heaven. And the plot goes on, and the angel falls in love with a very passionate surgeon, and he tries to best protect her, and that's how the love story begins. And we hope that the angels or any kind spirits will guide the souls involved with the ferry accident and bring them to their families so everyone can be, just at ease and everyone can be happy again. Right now, we're going to go over Twitter comments. And right now, Ebony just tweeted, we need to get together and stay strong for the families who are affected by this very tragedy. They have my support. Well, thank you very much. I'm pretty sure If anybody from the incident is tuning in right now, that message is actually uplifting them right now. And we need all the support that we can get from other people, from all the countries in the world coming together. Just say a little prayer at this moment if you can. Just take maybe a minute. It doesn't have to be that long, as long as we know that you are supporting and helping us out. Brian Canada just tweeted in, saw news footage of the bodies being brought back, brought tears to my eyes. My prayers are with the families. Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to move on to our next artist. And the next artist believes in miracles as well, and her name is Kelly Clarkson. Not many people know this, but the song that we're going to play for you guys right now is actually written by Avril Lavigne. And recently her own version of Because of You, the recording, is on the internet. And fans are guessing it was recorded back in the day when Avril Lavigne was recording her first album. And many fans are wondering right now, why didn't she just put it on her first album? Such a great song. Here, once again, is Kelly Clarkson singing Because of You. That was Kelly Clarkson with the song Because of You. We just want to thank everybody for all these sweet messages coming in right now. We're going to read, I guess, a few more messages. Mian just tweeted in, oldie but goodie because of you. Prayers do help. With all being said, I'll continue to light a candle for the tragedy. Thank you so much. That means a lot to us right now. I know that here in Korea we can't see what you're doing, but, just being able to know that you are actually being supportive of what's going on and praying for the families and all the victims means so much to us here in South Korea. Also, Ebony tweeted in again to the What's Poppin' crew, stay strong during this tragedy. Yes, we are doing our best to stay strong and stay positive about the whole thing. Although it's not easy, everyone's going to be mourning in this country. I'm not sure for how long, but I can't see us, just having a great time in the next few days. It's going to be a hard time for a lot of people with funerals going on right now as we speak, and more bodies being found every day. It's going to be a very hard week for us. But right now we'll move on to the next song. And the next song is actually another American Idol singer, actually from the second season from 2002. Now, this singer did not get first place and ended up as a runner-up, but he also earned a recording contract. However, becoming a singer didn't seem like a dream to him anymore, so obviously he gave up making albums and songs and ended up running for Congress, and he refuses till this day to talk about the experiences related to the audition program. And I'm pretty sure there are probably some hard times during that audition process that he doesn't want to mention to the public yet, especially because he wants to, stay focused on Congress. Oh, we have a correction. Season 2 of American Idol was not 2002, it was in 2003. Sorry for that information. But right now, we're going to get into the last song for the first half of our show. This is Clay Aiken with On My Way Here. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. And in the second half today, we're going to do something a little bit different. Usually we have a corner called Jump Up and Get Down where we play funky music, but obviously we don't think it's appropriate for today. So we're going to change things up and, try to slow it down a bit and, play some music that will actually heal your soul and give hope and love and share the love around the world. But for now, we have a word from our sponsors, which are Asiana Airlines, Coca-Cola, KB Korean Exchange Bank, 혜태 강원 평창수, Hwanin Farm, and LGG Pro 2. Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to What's Poppin'. And on Mondays, we usually have our segment called Jump Up and Get Down, but today, we're going to change things up a little bit. And before we play our first song, I would like to share a message from one of our listeners who sent an email earlier this week. And she wrote, I heard what had happened to your country. All I can say is my heart yearns for those young ones that got hurt and for those people missing. And I can only imagine how their families would feel. The hurt of not knowing where or what happened with those poor children and the rest still unidentified. That was written by May Ann. And also she sent a beautiful prayer. And unfortunately, we can't share the prayer for you guys right now. But we just appreciate that she prayed for the victims and the victims of the families of Seoul, and hope the children can be protected from, the further dangers in the future. I just hope everybody's more educated on protecting their loved ones. And she requested a song called Note to God by Charisse, which we played at the very beginning of our show. So thank you for that request. So today we're going to change it up and not play request for what's called Mayan, because we already played in the beginning of our show. We're going to move on and play more songs, something so you can recover from the pain, something to heal, and songs about hope. And the first song that we're going to get into for the second half of our program is by an artist named Maxwell. Now, even if you're not a huge fan of R&B, many people have heard his songs like Something Something, and of course, one of my favorites, This Woman's Work. Now, he's a Grammy Award-winning American singer-songwriter from Brooklyn, and the song that we're going to play for you guys is called Lifetime off of his third album, which was released in 2001. So, here's Maxwell with Lifetime. That was the talented Maxwell singing Lifetime. And I hope that song, made everyone listening right now feel a little bit more humble. And his mellow voice is certainly a very soothing and healing voice, hopefully making everyone feel calm right now. And when he was performing underground, a popular R&B hip-hop magazine referred to him as the next Prince. Now, his music is varied from R&B, funk, soul, but he is best known for his neo-soul songs. Right now, we are blowing up on Twitter. So I'm going to go over some Twitter comments. And actually, man, you're just blowing up on Twitter right now on our account. So thank you so much because you're so positive. But Brian Ju Singapore also wrote, my thoughts and prayers are going to those who are in pain and suffering from Singapore. That means so much for us that you guys in Singapore are showing support and praying for us here right now. Mayan also wrote, is there anything we can do? Put up donations in your name, B. I'm more than happy to donate. Well, that'd be great. As long as we find out some ways that you guys can donate our information, we'll be sure to get that sent out to you guys either through our site, maybe tweeting you guys back on direct message, or maybe if I get information during our live program, I could just tell you guys here on air. But for now, we're going to move on to the next song. And now the next song is by an artist who I think is so talented. But although a lot of people know this artist from way back when, a lot of people nowadays aren't familiar with her voice anymore because she hasn't really released a lot more hits. Now, her best-known songs are Unbreak My Heart, You Mean the World to Me, and Breathe Again. And a lot of Korean people love those songs, and a lot of singers actually recover those songs as well. So with no further ado, we're going to get to the next song. It is Toni Braxton with Why Won't You Love Me. Next song is by Mr. D'Angelo, and it's called The Line. That was The Line by Mr. Talented Man, of course, Mr. Soul R&B D'Angelo. A great song, especially for a sad Monday morning right now. We don't want to go too crazy. Normally we do jump up and get down on Mondays and play funky music, but I'm pretty sure nobody wants to get into that right now. But once again, we want to just thank everybody for tuning into What's Poppin' today. I know it's not what you guys usually expect from this program. You're probably thinking, what happened to the upbeat songs? But of course, we want to keep everything appropriate to what's going on around us right now in South Korea. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, the situation with the ferry. And I guess we were the first program here at TBS last week to actually mention it live on air when it was actually happening. And we just feel like it's right that we're here to show love and support to all the families, to the victims and the victims' families, and whoever's involved right now, all the students at the Ansan area. As you guys know, the updates that we got so far, our funerals are happening. A few families are actually holding back the funerals to do joint funerals. And a lot of people in the Ansan area are going to the actual funerals to show support and also help out. And like we said, if there's any way you guys can donate your time, because financially, if you can't support them, we urge you guys to find out how you can donate your time and maybe show up to the funeral homes and help clean, serve food, just be with the families or greet people coming to the funeral homes and just help out a little bit because a lot of people are having such a hard time right now. Or if you can, I guess, just try to find some contact information to maybe help out with the situation down south in the Chindo area, if that's what you guys are willing to do as well. Also, if you guys do financially want to help out, I'm pretty sure if you can look online and find out where you can send money and donate money. But for now, we have the last song for our show, and it was a request on a text, by text, and I think it's a very appropriate song. And we have tweets coming in right now. We'll never stop praying. Everybody's so supportive. And the text message is caller 6777. So thank you so much for this wonderful song. And it'll be the last song for our program. And this is Olivia singing Amazing Grace. And once again, this is Brian Ju signing off.